Hello there. I'm Anna L., and I am a spiritual mentor, healer, and intuitive for those of you who aren't familiar with my work. And today, what I wanted to do, well, my teams, they speak through me. This is directly from them. Uh, I keep getting questions about who they are, why even work with the spirit realm? Can't we handle this ourselves? Um, the changes that we want to see in our lives. Also about why work with them? How are they going to help? Why would you even go to the spirit realm? The second question that we get a lot is, how do I know I'm connecting to a highlight being? And then the third one, which we're going to address right here, is I write everything down. Oh yes, this is one I get a lot from clients who work with me. They want to know, are there beings of high light that are specific to me and my life and my issues? And yes, there are. There's armies of them waiting to work with you. So first, let's address the first question. Why even work with spirit? You have to think about that. Look at the situation that we're in our individual lives, and you could look on the world scene and see what this level of intelligence that has created these situations have done for us. So what you want to do is, we've done this all through our lives where we've went to a higher level of intelligence when we've gotten ourselves in a situation and we needed help getting out of it. We used to, like when I was a young girl, I would go to my parents when I got into trouble and I just needed some help. I didn't know what to do. I had done the deed, but how do I, get out of this? How, the type of help that I needed. And so I would go to them because they had the experience, they had the authority, and they had the know-how to iron this situation out and for me to move forward. And you don't do this is the better way to do it. This is the path that you want to take. So the same thing with us. We're all grown up now, so it doesn't stop during adolescence. So on my path, that's what I was after, was because I wasn't getting the answers. I knew that there was more, and you're watching this, the same thing. So let me share my screen with you really quickly here, because I want to, this is something that Albert Einstein said. It's one of those pivotal moments in my life when I was on this path and realized that I needed to go further. I kept being nudged. But this is what he said. Hold on one moment. Let me just screen share with you really quickly. Okay, let me move myself out of the way. This is what he said. I don't know what that was that I just did. But he said, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Okay, and he's a genius. We all know that he's just changed how our world is, by the things that he brought forth. Him and many, many others have done the same thing. But think about that. So in my individual life, there were things that I wanted to change. I kept hitting my head against a wall. So I knew that I could see things being changed in other people's lives. And so I started investigating universal law, the different universal laws, because I was like, well, they're accessing something that I'm not accessing for whatever reason. And I needed to be taught how. Okay, let's go back. And so, through a lot of practices, a lot of research, I'm also, before I took this path, I was always on the spiritual path, but I needed to know how the human mind worked, how the unconscious mind, what is it? How does it work? When I was growing up, you didn't even mess with that. But we all have one. And it's really fascinating, everything that I've learned. I'm internationally board certified in clinical hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, and quite a few other things, because I needed to know how it works so that I could change my life and then be able to help others change their lives. My path continued, and I found out about the technology of the body from someone else, okay, who had that level of intelligence, who knew about the technology of the body, basically your breath, how powerful the breath is. So let me move on from that. So why not, if they're accessible, if there is a higher level of intelligence, and we can see that all around us, that is directly connected to God's source, energy and intelligence, why not bring that in? You know, we are wired to communicate with higher intelligence and to bring it in. And the thing is, we are that higher intelligence. You have a soul, your higher self. What does that mean? There's a higher level of intelligence. A lot of people think ascension is leaving the body. No. It's bringing those energies into the body and the intelligence into the body. Okay, so that's the introduction into why you would even look to spirit for help, to partner with them, you know, in your life and in your life right here. It's just amazing. Okay, let's go on to question number 2. There's going to be more information in a document it's totally free in the description in this video. Okay, so the second one was, okay, say you're like, okay, yeah, I want to know that. I want to connect with the spirit realm. So how do I know I'm connecting with high light? Okay, first of all, there's a lot of intelligences out there. There's high light intelligence, and there's very low intelligences, and you could see them in what's happening around the world, and how active they are. There's also a level of intelligence, angelic intelligence, that is basically presides over the earth, our third 3D, third dimension, our physical dimension. You have the archangels, you have the Elohim, you have the angels, and there's another group I wanted to, it'll come back to me. But anyway, and those are the ones who most people who work with spirit and energy healing are working with. The teams that I work with, these high authority level beings of light and love, are far beyond that. They're not of this world. They're beyond worlds, they're beyond dimensions, they're beyond, time and space. They are from another level altogether. And they go to places where the angelic realm that we are familiar with, where they won't dare to tread. And the reason why they do that is because they have the authority, they have the power, they have the jurisdiction, and they have the technology to work in these areas. They know the scene, what we experience, and they know the unseen, which is the cause of it. And they are engineers, they're technicians, whatever you want to call them, but they are the highest level. And I've been through a lot. I've been to a lot of teachers, but they are the highest level of love and light. They have changed my life drastically, my clients' life, because I asked my clients, they started really, I was working with these teams, but they started coming into my sessions with my clients, even group sessions that I was doing. And I could, they were there to help me, to distribute the healing to my audience. One thing that they started doing, and I became bold with, I would just ask the person, because I told them, I work with spirit, I have a team of spirit, high level authority beings of light and love that I work with. do you want to call them in your session to help you? And the thing is, because we have free will, they have total respect for that. They will never, ever interrupt or just come in and start doing stuff. The person has to give them permission to do that. So they have total respect for this realm and what we're doing and our lives, and the fact that we can decide whether we want that help or not. Okay? So how do you know you're connecting with them? Well, number one, there's an energy signature that every spirit being has, high and low. And if you tune into yourself, okay, in the beginning, you can tell whether, well, there's a technique that I'm going to give you, because you have to make sure that it's clean light that you're connecting with, or else you could get yourself in trouble. Okay, they want me to be brutally honest with you, because this is no game. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is our life. Okay, so they said that every intelligence has an energy signature, and then you want to become aware of what the signature is of high authority level beings of light and love. One way that you could do that right off the bat is to join us in our free high light meditations that we do on the third Wednesday of every single month. I'll leave a link down here. All you have to do is register, and then you'll be there. And then there's going to be replays. You can always replay it, because the energies, the information, the intelligence, the light is encoded into each and every session that we do. My teams are beyond, like I said, time and space. There's a video, I'm going to put that link down here too, on the site on my YouTube channel, basically about the observer effect and why these are on-demand healings and why they activate specifically for you every time you listen to them. Okay, so that'll be down here too, because it's too much to explain right here in this video. So you could start by joining us in the highlight meditations, and that's the third Wednesday of each month. And what else did they say? Oh, yeah, and you could work with me one-on-one, absolutely. And there are on-demand healings on the site, like on relationships. There's a free global healing there if you want to help with the ongoing global healing, because what they do, it never dies. It's always alive. And you activate it by participating in it live, or if you listen to a recording. Okay, and then this is one that are there beings, are there high authority level beings of light and love, this very high light, that can work with me specifically for my stuff, for my life. Absolutely. There are armies of them that are just waiting to work with you. But you need to be sure, you work with me, you're in a sacred space, you're in a protective space. So you come onto those our calls right there, and you'll feel the energy. You'll feel their intelligence. You'll feel the changes in your life. One other thing is to hold on one second. Because I met with them before we did this, but there's something coming through, so I need to zip it. And anytime you'll be taught how to, in working with me, how to call on them, how to bring them in, and you will be introduced to your team that's specific to you. And there's they're just fantastic. They have all different types of specialties that they work with, that they do, and they have been so instrumental in pulling out these unconscious programs, that's what they're saying to remind me, that run in the background. That's one thing that started me on this path, was to find out what those programs were, and then to how do I get to them if they're running in the background. Well, see, they can see them. They could see where they're at in your unconscious, the unconscious part of your mind, and they have the technology to unravel that. And then you have the power to tell them, instruct them on what you'd rather have in that place, so that it outpictures in your life. Because they have these advanced, high-level spiritual technologies that use the physics of 3D, of the third dimension, quantum physics, to bring it in to your life, to you in your life. So anyway, there's the links below this video. Go ahead and click them on. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, because we are going to be putting out more and more information for you to help you. And yeah, that's it for now. So thanks for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the week whenever you're listening to the rest of the day within the next few moments. And you guys take care. Namaste. Bye for now.